Welcome back, everyone. So today I'm going to be doing a spoiler-filled review for Deadpool and Wolverine. There's so much to talk about. I loved the movie, first of all. I loved it. Think it was what Marvel needed right now. So what I kind of want to cover in this video now is Deadpool and Wolverine, but also the news broke that RDJ is coming back as Doctor Doom in Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. So that's pretty big news. That came out yesterday at Comic-Con and I was like, what the you know? First of all, let's talk about RDJ. Oh, light cut out. We're good. So, the fact that RDJ is back, I'm not really sure how to feel about it. I mean, I love RDJ, I think he's great, but I don't necessarily think that it was earned. I mean, I'm sure he could be a really good Doctor Doom, but I just don't see why we had to cast him. I mean, I get it, I understand, because he's going to make money, it's going to build the hype around those movies, and it'll be interesting for those characters like Spider-Man going up against a variant of, I don't know if it's Tony Stark or if it's just going to be Doctor Doom like Victor Von Doom, but it's interesting. I mean, something I was not really expecting, but it kind of goes into the fact that Marvel is doing a bit of a course correction right now, as you can tell by Deadpool and Wolverine. I mean, they go for it here. I think it was well needed. Like, Marvel was needing to do something different than what they were doing. You know, they're going the route of the Kang Dynasty and whatever. I don't even know where they were going, honestly, but I don't even think Marvel knew where they were going. And now the fact that they're taking a time to step back, not make as much content, focus on maybe one, maybe two movies a year, and then go to the big event movies like they're good at doing. But it plays a lot with old characters in the Fox universe. That being said, I had no idea the amount of cameos that we were going to be getting in this movie. It was insane. Like, I had a feeling. It was rumored that Henry Cavill was going to be in as a Wolverine variant, so I kind of knew that one going in, and then I thought the Hulk might be in there at some point, and see Chris Evans as the Human Torch, which was insane. Like, was not expecting that, but as soon as I saw him in the movie, Deadpool was like, "Oh my God, Cap! Oh, whoa!" I was like, That's not Captain America." I knew immediately he was the Human Torch. And then he has this big moment where he says "Flame on." It was pretty cool. But we got Blade, which I was completely surprised by. I was like, there were so many cameos that I was like, I didn't think that I needed, but I was like, that was actually pretty cool that you had them in there, you know? So Blade was in there, Wesley Snipes, Elektra, but you know, Jennifer Garner's Elektra was in there, and then Gambit, Channing Tatum as Gambit, which was so funny because I was like, I can't understand a damn word this man is saying right now, but I mean, he looked cool. What else? I feel like I'm missing out on a cameo. I'm sure somebody will correct me in the comments. This movie was absolutely insane. I mean, they go so many different places. The raunchiness is all there that we've come to expect from Deadpool, and I loved it. They did not hold back, and I was kind of afraid like how Kevin Feige would handle the whole Deadpool situation, and they just let them do whatever they wanted. It felt like, I mean, it didn't seem like they held back. Like, it's not as concise. Like, the storyline is definitely stronger in the first movie, I think, but this is definitely the biggest, the most epic of the trilogy, and I mean, it's complete fan service. I mean, everyone likes to, you know, that has seen this movie has been kind of hating on it for the fact that it is kind of just fan service after fan service after fan service and cameos, but I mean, I'm a fan and I want to be serviced, so I don't mind when they go that route, because it's just, you know, it's what the fans want to see. That's why this movie's going to do so well at the box office. Marvel really needed this right now. I don't think the cameos help, but I don't think the cameos are what makes this movie. The thing that makes this movie is Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. I mean, that's plain and simple. That's why I went to go see the movie. And their chemistry together. This whole movie is based around the characters, which I think the other movies Marvel has been cranking out lately, that's why they've been suffering, because they're not focused on the characters as much as they're focused on making another installment in this storyline that they're trying to build to some bigger thing. But they don't even know where they're building to, so it's just kind of like pointless filmmaking, if that kind of makes sense. I feel like they're making movies without a sense of direction, whereas this movie felt like its own whole complete film, and not trying to add or be a stepping stone to another, you know, Avengers movie. So that was my favorite thing about it. I haven't been this excited for a Marvel movie since probably No Way Home. I mean, everything else is kind of been like, I mean, I don't know. Spider-Man, obviously I love, so that's why I was hyped up for that. But I haven't been truly super excited since Endgame and No Way Home. So this brought it back for me and got me that excitement that I've been wanting to have going to see a Marvel movie for a while now. So I'm excited to see the future of Marvel. I'm not too sure where they're going to be going, but we'll see. I'm honestly more excited for the way DC is going with James Gunn at the helm of that. Ryan Reynolds, he knocked it out of the park with this movie. He was fantastic. He's funny. He's everything that we'd expect from Deadpool. Just the writing sometimes was just like, oh my god, like they said that. They went there. They weren't afraid, and they just go for it. And, you know, there's some jokes about, you know, Hugh Jackman and his divorce. There's jokes about, that it takes jabs at, like, you know, Blake Lively or, you know, Hugh Jackman or like Ryan Reynolds' personal lives or things like that. It makes you appreciate the writing even more, and the fact that it's not just improv, like they're very thought out jokes. One of the main things I went to this movie for, besides Deadpool, was to see Hugh Jackman back as Wolverine. And, you know, he did not disappoint. He brought the emotion to this movie, to Deadpool's, you know, comedic relief, and he was the very, like, straight, serious guy in the buddy cop duo that they were playing. But Hugh Jackman back was definitely very nice to see, especially when he said he wasn't going to come back for Wolverine ever again. And he was ripped in this movie. I mean, there is a part where at the end he's shirtless, his whole like shirt rips off and you just see like the veins popping out and you're like, fuck, I need to hit the gym. We get to see the iconic Wolverine mask on at the final fight of the movie, which is very Old Boy inspired. This tracking shot with Deadpool and Wolverine and then fighting inside of a bus, which was pretty sick. If I had to pick out a portion that was a negative for me, it would probably be some of the CGI was a little tweaky at moments. At least I noticed especially with Wolverine's character at some points. But besides that, like, this is a solid looking Marvel movie, because in the past, like, the past few movies have felt very like cranked out and unfinished with the CGI. This one is like, you know, there were moments where I'm like, okay, that could have been a little better here or there, but for the most part, it was pretty solid. So I don't even know what to pick apart from this movie. I mean, besides the fact that I love it and I think that you should go see it, go into a little more spoilers besides the cameos that were in it. So, Deadpool and Wolverine is about Wade Wilson needing the help of Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, or a variant of him, to kind of help save his world from ending by the hands of the TVA. It's the movie's strength. I mean, the action is incredible, the acting is top-notch, and it's very thought out. It feels like a complete movie, and the emotion was all there. More emotion than I was expecting from a Deadpool movie. Dogpool's in it, Lady Deadpool, even though we don't know who played Lady Deadpool. It might have been Blake Lively, I don't know. But the fact that Ryan Reynolds plays like a Canadian, I mean, he is Canadian, but he plays like an over-the-top Canadian speaking nice pool, I think is what it's called. And that was so funny. You know, he he shows up in a few parts of the movie, and he has the dog pool, and you know, it's just, this movie is so insane. There's so much going on, but it blends so well together. The editing is incredible too. I forgot to mention that. The soundtrack for this movie, so many moments where they just utilize different songs, different 90s songs, like Bye 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 at the beginning of the movie. Very, very well. Glamorous by Fergie was in there at one point. A few other songs too. And what I really like is that during the credits of the movie, they have a nice little tribute to the 20th Century Fox franchise of X-Men, and not just X-Men, but Fantastic Four. Not only a love letter to the 20th Century Fox X-Men franchise, but 20th Century Fox as a whole, which I kind of was not expecting. They make jabs at 20th Century Fox and at Disney and Kevin Feige, and it's awesome. You know, it's fun for everybody, but they also have the appreciation for Disney and Marvel and for 20th Century Fox to be able to bring this to us as fans. So it didn't go unnoticed, and I can't wait to see the future of Deadpool and Wolverine in the MCU. I'm sure they'll be back again, probably in the Avengers movies if I had to guess, but the future's looking pretty bright for Marvel. You guys should definitely go check out this movie. It's amazing, and I'll see you guys in the next video.